Good morning. This is Kristen, and this is day 2 of my carnivore diet. Please subscribe below and push the button. As you can tell, I'm very new to this, so I might stumble across my words, but bear with me. So, yesterday was day 1, and it was a little bit of a struggle. I, at the end of the day, just felt nauseous and very, very hungry. And it's not because I didn't have enough protein here to eat. It's just that I couldn't fathom eating any more protein. I knew that this was going to be a struggle for me because I do like eating certain vegetables. And I know that in the carnivore world, that's kind of, frowned upon. I have my opinions on that, but I will give you that later on within my journey. I just want to focus on carnivore right now and seeing if it helps with any of the things that I have. I have microscopic colitis, I have had anxiety, I've had postpartum depression, I've had pain in my palms a lot recently, I have just aches and pains, I've had back issues and neck issues, and I've had thyroid issues. So those are just to name a few. And that is why I'm starting this journey. I really just want to see what and if it will help with any of that. And again, as always, I am not a doctor. This is just my personal journey on doing this. Please consult your doctor if you decide to do the carnivore diet, and do your research. We have been doing research for a very, very long time already, my husband and I, and he's been on the carnivore diet for almost 2 months now. So for the last 2 months, I have been implementing a lot more protein than I normally would and eliminating the carbs slowly but not completely, just to kind of transition, because I knew that come January 1st, 2024, I was going all in. And so I did. And I'll tell you what I had for breakfast. For breakfast, I had 2 over easy eggs with a pork belly that we did, that you can check out on at Carrera Barbecue. That I'll put it in the notes. And what I love about the pork belly is that you just cut it kind of thin into bacon, and it's so delicious. And I do believe that it's a lot healthier than going out and buying store-bought bacon. Plus, bacon is a lot of money, and we are a family of 5, so I do not really buy bacon that much. But when I do pork belly, you better believe I have bacon with my breakfast. So that was what I ate for breakfast. We ate breakfast probably, I call it breakfast, but we ate breakfast probably about 12:31 p.m. I usually don't eat breakfast very early in the morning, and it's not because I'm trying to fast, although I have heard and read that there are a lot of benefits for fasting in the morning. It's just kind of what my body tells me to do. So if I'm hungry earlier that day, or I want to sit down with the kids on a weekend to eat breakfast, then I do. I also did have a little coffee. I did not put sugar in my coffee. We use erythritol, and that is something else that you can go and research if you want to look into that. I don't think that that's something that carnivores use, but I do like a little sweetness to my coffee, and it's definitely healthier than sugar. Okay, lunch. I ended up kind of not eating lunch. My breakfast was really around lunchtime, but I got really hungry around 3:30 in the afternoon. And so I had my leftover ribeye that I had from the day before. The day before was 11 ounces pre-cooked. So I probably had about 5 ounces, I'm just going to say, for lunch. I was fine. I was really, really hungry, and that helped me. Come dinner around 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, I got the pulled pork that we made for New Year's Eve, also on Carrera Barbecue. Pulled pork, I usually like to add my coleslaw and my no sugar barbecue, but I did look at my barbecue sauce, and it has caramel coloring and a couple other things. It's relatively healthy if you are doing a keto type diet, but why do we have to put caramel coloring in things? Why do we have to put coloring in anything? That's another rant. So that's what I had, but I couldn't finish the pulled pork. I just felt nauseous, and I just didn't want to eat it. So I ate a little bit, I was okay, but then I got really, really hungry. I was just laying on the couch watching a movie, and I just couldn't stop thinking about how hungry I was. And so I started thinking about all the things that I could eat. You know, those cupcakes on the counter from the kids, crackers, anything to fill this hunger, because I really just didn't want to eat more meat. So I took another bite of the meat, but I just couldn't do it. And so I ended up resorting to some of the deli meat that we had. So I really didn't eat that much. I had I think it's the prosciutto with the cheese wrap, and then I had like 2 small pieces of cheese and 2 little pieces of salami. I know that it's not the best. If you're a carnivore out there, don't judge. It's day 2. It's better than nothing, right? So my carnivore diet, I'm not going to be so strict where some people only eat red meat. I am going to eat red meat, chicken, fish. I do want to switch it up with the different proteins, and I more than likely am going to also implement dairy. That's also allowed. Dairy has in certain hard cheeses and heavy whipping cream, but I might eliminate it for a little bit just to see if I see a different reaction with my body not having any sort of dairy. So day 1 did have a little bit of dairy, but it killed my hunger enough to go back to bed, watch a movie, and go to sleep. So that is my day 2. I woke up this morning feeling a little tired, but I feel like that's normal also because I went to bed probably a little bit past 12:30 in the morning and woke up like around 7:30 in the morning. Getting ready now to do my day 2 of yoga, or day 1 of yoga, I'm sorry. Today I'm doing a 30-day yoga challenge. So while I start the carnivore diet, I'm going to probably just take it easy with my workouts and just see how my body feels, see how I feel. I did wake up feeling like my eyes are dry again and itchy, little stuffy, so my allergies are still out of control. I think I mentioned, this is probably take 3 because my kids kept walking in. So I think I mentioned it before, but if I didn't, I have anxiety. I've had postpartum depression. My allergies have just really expanded after having my 3rd child. I have thyroid issues. I've been told I've had Graves' disease in the past, told that my thyroid was okay. It fluctuates. Trying to think what else. Lately, my hands here have been really hurting. So that's the other thing. I do not know if this is going to help any of that, but this is why I'm on this journey, to see if eliminating a lot of the processed foods and the sugars and carbohydrates, if that helps with any of these issues. I also have microscopic colitis. Not sure if I said that. So let's see. This is only day 2, and we'll see how it goes from here.